What's up, everybody? This is Chaos Duncan here, and we are back with Alan Wake. For the first time in a while, I'm finally able to record some stuff, so let's get on to it. There has been a portion of the game that you guys will have missed. This is because I tried to record an earlier date, but I was unable to finish said recording, and now the game will not let me go back, so I will continue from here because, to be quite frank, I do not feel like playing the entire intro again. Also, as you may have noticed, I now have a controller from the little pause screen. It now has the buttons there because I now have a controller. It's quite useful. Let's get into this shit.
As simple and as you might think, it can be dangerous. It requires patience. Even with the engine
Load quickly. Shit.
has destroyed and red car.
Fuck. Okay. How the fuck do I do the dodgy thing? Is it just like jumping? Is it what it be? What it be? How I dodge? Oh, left bumper. I should have guessed. The one button I didn't press. Let's do this.
Patience! Even with the engine too cool! Dropping tools! Isn't easy!
Bad boy in there. Bad boy. Yeah, this time. Come on out. Yeah. Loads of batteries and the ammo. Stop. Right, okay, we're getting back into the swing of things. Come on, come on. Shit, I fucking unload on it. Ah! Got him. And I also got the achievement.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come. Assuming I'd reach the lights at the gas station alive.
Well, maybe I will if I reload. I think there's some more revolver ammo. And then get fucking going. Come on, Alan. But yeah, we are back in business. At least for tonight, we are. So let's get to that gas station and continue the plot. But yeah, you guys have missed pretty much nothing. you missed like a few minutes of me watching a thing inside the little house outside outside this place. That's pretty much all you missed. So let's get going up here.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
Oh, it's that deer in the fucking, yeah, the float.
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself.
For a moment. A manuscript page. Stucky taken.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Sorry about that, y'all. I just needed to raise the volume on that because I forgot
The Deer
to do
Fest
so.
had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
Shit. That's no good.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight. All right. I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness.
What?
I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost. I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV,
fuck?
talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Hold on a second. That's in the manuscript, isn't it? Here.
I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place, or that
No,
there'd
it's
been...
in that. It's in that page.
The cabin on Cauldron
Therefore,
Lake? She asked.
The next thing we
The
should do
sheriff
is
looked
that.
at me suspiciously.
Once morning comes.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Yeesh. I know this game is old, but like, yeesh, there's NPCs. Those models.
Thank God,
are bad.
Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen, I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr.
Right.
Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Oh. Okay. That was nice and atmospheric. Shit, so there's nothing. No cabin. No, nothing. What the fuck?
A candy-colored clown they call the
Wait, what?
Sandman tiptoes to my room every night.
Oh, we're done, I guess. I guess that's the end of the game.
Stardust and it whispers,
Nice. Oh,
go to sleep.
end of episode 1.
Everything is alright.
Well then, I just took 10 minutes to get there. To get to that. I could have done that in the prior episode. Shut the fuck up.
Previously on Alan Wake,
Thank you, please.
I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
Episode 2. Taken. New York, 3 years ago. Ah, I have shaved in this flash. Nope, nope, it's still there. The horrifying goatee is still present.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up. Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Shit. That's a real low quality rainstorm right there. I'm joking. Like, I don't know, this game is fun. Like,
Coffee's on.
it's not that it's not fun.
Thanks.
It is fun.
I'll
It's
need
just
it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
a bit weird, is all I guess. Yes, thank you, God.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Return to sender, what I can't forget. Alex Casey, the things that I want, and the fall of Casey. So, Alex Casey thrillers. Ooh.
It's
Sudden
true
stop.
what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Fucking.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge. It had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Well then.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please, hurry!
Shit, man.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
Okay.
I know it's stupid,
Pretty simple.
but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Foreshadowing by
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Foreshadowing by flashbacking by doing a foreshadowing by flashbacking with a childhood story. Ding. Bright Falls, the present day. Okay.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
Not too good, it seems, by that.
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Mildly reasonable.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the
Lovely.
image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Okay, there's one thing I have a problem with. So this is the default position for the game. The default position of the game seems to assume that I'm left-handed, and I prefer this. Well, I prefer this position. And it's
I believe you'll find the
annoying for
sheriff
that
in
to
her
keep
office.
happening.
Just go down the corridor.
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you.
I like how like these characters actually have character though. That's nice. Like these NPCs, like these non-players who you're talking to.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just
Oh,
in
Paige.
case.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
But yeah, like as I was saying, it's just nice to see characters with character.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the brake float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Okay.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
Oh.
That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
Of course. Oh, there's a thing to read. Okay. Knack for winning contests. That doesn't tell you much at all. Camping trick overdue, haven't been in contact. If you have seen them or know their whereabouts, please call that number. Thank you.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Well, thank you very much.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
Well, that was
I'm not
aggressive,
sure.
Chad.
I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's
Mr. Wake,
Peak.
can I help you with anything?
Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I couldn't go anywhere yet. I had to play along with the caller. Alice's life was at stake. I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor.
Lights on! The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here!
I think I'm
The
understanding.
early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Hey! Please help me, man!
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Okay. Huh. It's a hole in the fence.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
I don't know, this car seems pretty abandoned, but that's it. I'm guessing. Whoa, Alan! Fucking legs of steel.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife? Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers. A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
The fuck?
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent...
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh,
Hey!
oh my!
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy? And his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? Are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week. And someone's got Alice.
Do
and
you
everything's just...
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong. It's a good story. Could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Right, wait here.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually,
boy.
I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure.
Bucktooth
Seriously,
Charlie.
Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper.
Shut the fuck
Those
up,
situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
Okay, so that's Bucktooth. Oh, this is Bucktooth Charlie, the Colombian mammoth. Huh, not bad. Pretty cool, actually. Didn't know those were a thing.
If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha! Let's have a laugh on Barry.
Fuck off, Barry. I thought you were doing pretty well earlier.
I think this is the form you wanted. Wait here.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Great. Thank you.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms.
Yeah, I get it, Barry.
Strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month.
Well, that's different. Homeopathy is bullshit.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Right.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
This is shitty lighting. That's an okay like fire, and like it's an okay light, but it's shitty lighting. Always got to bring your coffee thermos with you, even though I don't drink coffee. Yeah. Yeah, fucking shock you with that one, don't I? Ooh, surprise revelation. I don't drink coffee. It's not my thing.
Wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Locking the door now.
Okay, bye, Barry. Paige.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
And that's where we're going to end this episode for today. Thank you all so much for joining us. I hope you enjoy and that we're going to be getting this series running again. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.